our 2019, or not wrapping up, we're at the midway point really of our 2019 preparedness planning plan. That we stay tuned. Hey YouTube, so today wrapping up our process of working on getting items for our 3 to 7 day kit to stockpile in case of an event. Like we talked about, looking at small term events here. If you missed it, go back and check out what we did back in January, talking about how to plan for just stockpiling through the year and getting the items you need to be prepared for those really near term SHTF events that really are what everybody should start off with, and kind of evaluating what you need for that and what we went through. So in our point today was really about consumable items. We had trash bags on the list, paper plates in case you run out of water or whatever, and baby wipes. And this time around I found they had these individual ones for $1 each, and based on the you can look at the tag there on the counter and it tells you per item how much it is versus the other ones. This was the best deal. So, and that makes it excellent because you can put one of these in like every bag in every location, and it's really handy. So I thought that was neat, and those were a good deal comparatively speaking. And looking at the usefulness of all this, we've talked about it the last time, but trash bags are indispensable. Everything from a poncho to your toilet items is if needed. Dinner plates, paper plates there. Obviously, water goes out. You got something disposable. It's it's paper, so it's compost, so it doesn't just go to waste. And then the baby wipes. Obviously, if there's a shower issues or water again is out, you can clean up with those as needed. So that was all good, and that got us caught up for the period. This first half of the year, we made it. And one other thing, we always look at that $20 a week, so we're looking at about $40. This was right at, for these items, 10, it was like 13, it was right at $20, including the trash bags there. And so that other $20 we would look to go into water, food, anything else to make that stockpile a little bit bigger, to stretch it out to try to meet that 7-day goal. So remember, we're looking at that. Now, one thing I did find, this goes to prove I'm not the best shopper, because in the same store, I've been looking for hard candy examples previously and having a hard time with it, but they have this thing going around. Maybe they didn't have it out because I was looking during a certain holiday season or something, but this has got a big mix of hard candies. So this would definitely be handy when you're looking at something like that, to go back, that gives you a variety, something a little bit, something for everybody. Butterscotch, peppermints, fruit flavors, everything. So that was that would definitely go a long way, something like that, to have something put back to, again, after 4 or 5 days, a little piece of candy can go a long way to your mental state. But if you're looking to get something like that, I thought that was pretty, and it was a big deal, of course. It's a big deal. And but I was like, I looked right over it previously when I got the other stuff. I would have got one of those. I would have had 2 of those instead of 1 if I would have found them. But I thought it was neat to find that. But we've seen what we wrapped up here. Let's look at our count and look at what we plan to stock up and what we got, and maybe reevaluate for the rest of the year, which is what we should be doing when we're doing these things, is reevaluating and adjusting as we go. All right, so real quick, we'll just wrap up what we got over this time period to reevaluate where we're at, but writing down everything. Basically, got 23 cans of food. You see, you got 10 cans one day, 10 cans another, and 3 soup cans. We got the trail mix, granola bars, Cliff bars twice, 2 jars of peanut butter. We got a total of 8 gallons of water. Got some powdered milk. We got the Jolly Ranchers and the Lifesavers. We talked about hard candy. Garlic, salt, ginger, pepper. Remember, we got pepper. And we also got the kosher salt and onion powder. We talk about spices and stuff, such. Um, so on the food front, we got the paper plates twice this last time, as well as previously trash bags and baby wipes. This time we were kind of able to get a lot more baby wipes this last time, as you just saw. Ace bandages, we got 3 Ace bandages, cough medicines, antacids, 2 things of saline eye wash, and the powdered milk, which was kind of a overdoing it for the purposes of this exercise, but was meeting our other needs as well with a large order. Now we also were talking about during this review and this exercise some extra things that we were going to get and that we were getting to play with that $40 number, $20 a week, $40 kind of buying every 2 weeks. We got the Himalayan salt, we got mixed hard candy, 10 more meals, 2 cans of veggies, coffee, 2 more gallons of water, large trash bags again, 4 cans of meals again, 4 canned veggies again, and instant coffee there at the beginning we had. So this kind of played into what we were doing, thinking about getting things that we needed with the additional money that we saw if we were planning for a budget item. So that was with that. So really what stands out to me here is we got 14 gallons of water. Wait, 12 gallons of water. 2 here, 4, 10 gallons of water. Okay, 10 gallons of water. So we're short if we're looking at, if this is the only thing we needed for a full 3 to 7 day kit. That 10 gallons of water with 5 of us really would just get us, if we really skimped on it, 3 days. But as you saw a couple weeks ago, we did do our own water storage evolution here. So we have water that we have separate stored up, but it was good to get some gallon jugs as well to have put away. But if we were to move on with this, we'd definitely look at water as being one of the things we want to get more of. Food-wise, canned meals, we got 10 and 10, 30 meals, 5, 6. And there are 2 meals in a can. That was our planning factor, so that's 30, 60. Divide that by 5, 12. So that's 12 meals. Basically 4 days if you include breakfast, but really with some of the things here with the Cliff Bars and stuff, that other stuff would get us through. And you got to figure, like, these canned meals are really maybe particular to not having a certain way to prep meals or prep food, but if it was a power outage or something else, there's other things that will buffer. But having 60 meals, 12 meals between the 5 of us, basically 4 days worth of solid, we could cut that back to 2. That would give us 6 days worth if we're eating 2 cans a day per person. That's going a long way and giving you a good food buffer for like what we were talking about here with say you get 3-day power outage or whatever. 3 days you just can't go to the store or whatever. It's going to go a long way. When we got the peanut butter, we can team up with our granola bars and stuff to augment in between. So the food is doing pretty good, not bad. If we're continuing this on for the rest of the year, that's just something we can continue to sustain, maintain. Probably look at getting more of these canned veggies to go along with everything. And one thing we didn't talk about, we didn't look at, and one thing I'm thinking about it now, is maybe getting some powdered beverage base powder not out of MRE, but Gatorade or some other powdered mix like that to augment this with some electrolytes and stuff. Would be one thing I think we would move on with the rest of the year to augment some of this with, and along with getting more water. But looking at what we made this list originally for, We did pretty good, I think. We met all of the things we identified at the beginning of the year, and we plussed up some things, in particular the meals, from what we were able to get based upon the budget we were identifying, which is always going to be a limiting factor. The amount of money you have is going to really affect everything. So just that is what it is. If it takes you a little bit longer, it takes you a little bit longer. But I think what we can show here is consistent effort shows good, consistent results. And that's really a big takeaway here is just put your effort into it, really evaluate at a point to give yourself a attaboy, I guess. Give yourself a pat on the back that you've done this in this period of time, that you're getting somewhere. You know, don't just start something in January and expect to re-look at it in December. So that's the biggest thing to take away. Motivate yourself, find an evaluation, evaluate yourself quarterly, maybe set a goal to re-look at everything. When you make your religion list, maybe just make it for a month, 2 months, but give yourself time for yourself to show yourself some progress. And if you don't see it in your stores, in your pantry, if you don't see it there, at least maybe have it on paper and you can see where you're at. So that's our 2019, folks. Obviously, I've got other things planning going on, and stockpiling and putting back stores and stuff going on. That stuff's going on continuously. This effort will not end necessarily, but it'll just be in a different vein, I guess, because when it comes to a 3 to 7 day event, I think we are good to go. This gave us a little different type of buffer. We just don't store a lot of canned goods for various reasons, not like this. But moving forward, we can just rotate through what we've got and just keep this to augment any other situation. And it pluses up everything else we do have. In particular, like things like the eye wash and the Ace bandages that should be a staple, should have been a staple that we're missing, that we're absent, I guess you would say, were a key thing to improve upon just our overall preparedness, not just in this exercise alone. So if anybody just joined this, go check out the videos. We'll put them up here in the corner. Where are they going to be? Right up here for looking at what we planned at the beginning of the year and where we're at now. And you can kind of look at that and see how that progress went, and just evaluate and maybe get some ideas for yourself or to share with somebody else. Have a good day. Good day. Live free.